So you walk into an art museum and you arrive in front of a big metal cube or a painting with 3 lines. I know what thoughts will come to your mind. You're gonna say, "That's not art, I can do it." Well, you're wrong. Hello everyone, welcome to my studio. Today I want to talk about the misconceptions about art, the preconceived ideas we have when we walk into an art gallery or a museum. I like to say if you really want to enjoy your visit in a gallery, approach it like a blind date. It's okay to have expectations, but don't have too many expectations. Allow yourself to make discoveries, to have a pleasant surprise. So leave some thoughts at the door. So that's why I want to talk about a few misconceptions today that we have about art. So let's get started. First misconception, art is unique. Art is not 100% unique all the time, and it doesn't make it less valuable. I'll give you an example. Andy Warhol soup cans. There are many Campbell soup cans by Andy Warhols all around the world. And the fact that there are many actually matters. It's about the reproducibility, the idea that we are looking at a consumer product. There are a lot of them all around the world. So to simply have one Campbell soup can in one museum in the world wouldn't have the same impact. It wouldn't be the same argument for Mr. Warhol. Another good example is the ready-made. Ready-mades are not unique objects. They're manufactured objects used by artists. A famous example of that is Fountain by Duchamps. It's actually a urinal on a pedestal. Number 2, art is visually pleasing or decorative. Art is not made to necessarily look good in your living room. Yes, some artists were interested in portraying beauty, but some artists were also interested in portraying the ugly side of life, of things. That is okay too. So when you look at an artwork, trust me, you're not necessarily are going to look at a visually pleasing object. Another thing that I hear often is that, well, art was a lot more beautiful a few centuries ago. Take the time, please, take the time to look at babies in Renaissance paintings. Look at them! I mean, they're ugly. Number 3, art should take a long time to make. It's a technique that is very hard to emulate. Yes, it's true, some artists wanted to challenge themselves, to push their technique further every day, but it's not always the case of all artists. Some artists were more interested into simplifying their techniques to the most simple elements, like lines, shapes, and colors we can find in abstract art. Trust me, some piece you look at in the museum right now and think, oh, that probably took several months for the artist to make, or even some years. It could have taken only a few days. This photograph here is of me and my friends in front of 3 paintings by Chris Cran, a Canadian artist. They're quite big paintings, right? So you would probably think, okay, that took him several weeks or even a few months to make. These paintings have to be painted in a day each, because he has to work with fresh paint to completely get the effect he wants. So think about the time as something very relative to art making. This is misconception number 4. Realistic art has higher merit than abstract art. It doesn't have less merit. It's another very valuable moment in art history. When we say that abstract art doesn't have as much merit as realistic art, it's like saying that rock and roll doesn't have as much merit as jazz music. They're actually an evolution from the other. So without jazz or blues, you wouldn't have rock and roll today. So keep that in mind. Often you need one to have the other. Misconception number 5, you need to know an artist's intention to correctly understand a work of art. That is not true. So don't be shy to simply walk into an art museum and to let yourself have a little bit of an interpretation. Let yourself have a visual experience or tell yourself a story as you look at a painting. Some paintings are filled with amazing stories, so just take the time to look. You don't need to know everything about the life of an artist to understand what is in front of you. Misconception number 6. Good art is made of long-lasting materials or materials that won't perish over time. Look at land art. It's an amazing form of art made with organic materials, and often these artworks can be seen in nature. So if you're looking at organic materials, they will change and transform over time, and the artwork might even get simply destroyed over time. Number 7. Older artworks are more valuable because of their historical significance. Yes, it's true, there are some artworks that are a few hundred years old, if not some thousands of years old, that are worth preserving. But we can say the same thing for artworks today. Who knows, maybe right now, at the time that we are speaking, an artist is creating the next Mona Lisa. Number 8. Art should give you a positive reaction. Art is a way to communicate. So you can communicate an emotion, an opinion, a story, a theory, or sometimes you don't know what you want to communicate because your artwork is experimental. That is fine. Well, that leads you as a visitor in an art gallery or museum to experience a range of different feelings and emotions. Yes, you could cry in front of an artwork. Yes, you could be angry or upset. Yes, you could be confused, feeling self-conscious. You might feel a lot of different emotions in front of artwork, and for me, that is amazing. Number 9, good art is displayed in museums and art galleries only. I don't know, you could find an amazing artwork in a garage sale, or think about street art. The streets today are filled with amazing artwork that we can't find in museums. So this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. We made a top 9 of misconceptions about art. So I'll let you choose what would be the number 10. Let me know in the comment section below, and if you have any questions, share them with me as well. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Have a good one. Bye bye.